gotta cross my legs. I got old people problems.
What up?
Hey, hey, everybody. Hey. Welcome to another Sunday. Um, hot messathon. This was
No,
not
no,
a
we
hot
no, we not
messathon.
doing it because we just talked about last week doing some ratchet stuff, and
We didn't do it.
no.
We didn't do it. It was responsible. I mean,
Mhm.
as responsible as we can be. Can we be responsible? Um, so let me tell you what happened to me yesterday.
Mhm.
Okay. No, I'm not even telling that story. It's so funny you
You don't
made
want?
that face. I'm not telling that story. Um, this is what happened. We had a wedding that we
Mhm.
were in. Just shout out to ADHD Hour putting together weddings. Okay, it was very last minute, y'all.
Decorate.
That we like it was like we came in. It was a lot of things going wrong, and you know what? I have to give a shout out to my sister. She kept her energy great the whole entire time. When the stuff didn't show up and the people were supposed to come, and when this didn't happen, and then the arch didn't look like the picture and that kind of stuff, she was like, I'm marrying a man that I want to marry, and that's the moral of the story,
She
right?
wasn't a bridezilla.
No, she wasn't, not at all. I was the one. I was like, what
O-
what's
o-
happening?
Okay, let me stop all. Stop.
Uh,
Forget all that. Tell a story.
oh, sorry.
Yeah, tell a story about that she told me. Tell a
Oh,
story. Yeah.
okay. So we already know that we are clowns in our family, right? We ruthless. This is ruthless. So, um, the one of the groomsmen decides he wants to play a practical joke on Katrina. So he comes up, and so, but keep in mind, like it's like we got 3 minutes to showtime. I'm not even dressed. Like we're trying to adhere to a time schedule. I'm not fully dressed. My makeup's not done or nothing. And there's some guys trying to come up while women are trying to get dressed. So you know you're not coming in. Like, and it's like, oh, yeah, they're trying to find a way to come in by any means. That's like, nah, son, nah. Like we're giving it to them. So finally, I walk over there, like, what? Shit, right? And he's like, oh, T Cole, let me tell you, look, we're trying to do this. We're gonna try to give I'm gonna try to give what's the word? A surprise. We're trying to play a trick on Katrina, and we're gonna act like her future husband wants to give her
The prenup.
a prenup.
Mhm.
And I was like, give it to me, I'll do it. I thought about it for a second. I was like, now's not the
It wasn't. It
time.
wasn't that long though. It was a
It was
millisecond.
not. Now's not the time. It didn't take long, no.
Mm.
But now's not the time for. I did think for a brief minute. Now's not the time to do this. We got 3 minutes before it's showtime and walking down the aisle. Now's not the time to do this, Nicole. Tell him no. I'll do
Mm.
it. Look, give me
Give here.
give me the camera. Took the camera, gave it to one of the other girls who is her friend's child. So, they're always on the phone. They don't think nothing of it. And I told them to go. And I said, y'all need to leave, right? And I just pulled my Cicely Tyson, may she rest in peace, together. And I walked over to Katrina and I was like, oh my God. Did you see the video?
No, I didn't see the video. No.
Murph has the video.
Okay, I gotta get it. Okay.
So, like, oh my God. Katrina, did you know about this? I'm putting my full, like, and scene. So I'm sitting here going in on it, right? And my sister, to her point, she didn't let it crack. She didn't let it break. Like she had her makeup flawless, her hair was flawless. She was did up. Okay, she wasn't gonna let nobody take her out of character until it was time to take her out of character, right?
Mm.
So I'm sitting here trying to just like I'm trying not to push and go too much. So y'all wouldn't be downstairs hearing, fuck that nigga.
Tables tossed.
So, I'm trying to make it worthwhile for my future brother-in-law so he don't sit there and say, so he can have his
He
little
have a
present.
story. He got a story.
Because he's a clown, just like he's just as much as a clown. He likes that shit. So I was like, you know what? Katrina, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't even open this. Look at this, right? And then so she pulls it out and she looks at it and she's like looking at it and she grabs the next page and she turns the page and she turns the page. She says, "This is my marriage license." I said, "I know, right?" And she said, "I'm about to get married. Like, why would you do this to me?" I'm like, "I don't know. It's not me. I just had to do it so I can give them what they're asking for, and I also enjoyed it a little bit.
Don't
I'm
shoot
gonna
the
finish getting
messenger.
ready, and that's what happened for the wedding. No, but that's not the story I was gonna tell you. I forgot
Oh,
about that. No, the story I was gonna tell you was okay. So by the end of the night, everybody helped pitched in to clean up or whatever. It was spotless, right?
mhm,
And I was just like in so much pain.
mm,
My back was hurting. I was like, I turned into a Kaya video song. My neck, my back. No, not the other one, but
mm,
like my feet. My feet hurt. Like it was
mhm,
like my neck, my back, my feet. And I'm like, why am I in so much pain? I could not figure it out. I was like, am I that old? Like, is this the moment that you realize you're old as shit?
mhm,
And I went home and I put a heating pad on. Another old person moved, and I was like, "Oh no, why is this happening? Oh no, why is this happening?" And then go. I get up at 3 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, "Oh, really? No, why is this happening? Because everything is hurting, right?"
mhm,
And then I realized at 3 o'clock in the morning, one of our nieces who was running up to get something, and she was taking a little too long, so I ran. I was going to go get it to show her where it was or go get it instead of her. And she was coming down the stairs and she tripped and she's about to go face first on the stairs, down the stairs. And I saw her. It was like, no.
oh,
So I ran up the stairs and caught her.
mhm,
And she is not light. Like these aren't our baby nieces anymore. These are nieces. And she's like, tw- she's 12 now, right? Kayla.
I don't know. I don't know about age. We got too many
That's
nieces.
a daggone shame.
We got too many
She's
nieces. I
around
don't know.
12,
I don't know.
right? This is a 12-year-old weight. And I didn't think about it because the adrenaline was high. Because she was gonna hit face first
Mhm.
on the stairs and go. Duk, 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 duk. I didn't think about that.
My shoe.
I caught her,
Uh-huh.
and thus started my pain journey.
Mhm.
Okay, so I feel like but in my defense, I feel like that's not old.
Yeah,
Now
no,
I'm
you was
like,
able to use it to complete the task. So
yeah, yeah, yeah. And I ran up the stairs. Like
yeah.
I ran up, hunkered down, caught her
Mhm.
all in the amount of time it took her to like.
Okay.
So I was
Yeah,
like, look at me. Ow.
the bionic shit.
So I felt good about
Uh-huh.
that. I felt like, oh, okay, I'm not old. I need a chiropractor, but I'm not old. So
Yeah.
so I that is a great way to start this conversation.
You not being old? Or
No,
okay.
about
Okay.
me being black and giving back. I
Okay.
saved her
Oh yeah.
face.
Oh yeah, you did. You gave it back. Okay, you saved a fee. Okay, cool. All right, not tied in. Now what the show is about, not old people. It's about giving back to the community. It's still Black History
I
Month.
gave back to the
It's the
community.
it's the yeah. Hopefully she appreciates that later on.
I'm a
Yeah,
reminder
yeah. You gonna keep a reminder?
all
Okay,
day.
all right.
Black History Month. That's gonna be the month I remind her. You remember when your face could have getting bust?
And I saved
You're
you.
welcome.
But we're gonna give back. We're
Betty
talking
Shabazz.
about people that give back. So that's our show today. Bringing on people that's giving back to the community. We got our
And showing
first
our
brother.
appreciation.
Yeah, showing our appreciation, celebrating these people that give back to the community. First brother is Amari. Omari. I hope you're saying your name right, brother.
If you
Bring
pronounce the O, you will. You was like A. You
Omari.
turned into the A.
Omari. Amari. I'm sorry, Mari. Omari.
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 Why are you saying it like that?
O'Malley.
I
I
can't.
didn't got
Hi,
my Irish.
Omari. How you doing? You're
Amari.
not. But you're not Irish.
I'm not okay.
You're not
Okay.
Irish.
How you
We're
doing?
gonna.
How you doing?
What's
I'm
up, brother?
good. How are you?
Good. And it is Omari. It is
Okay,
Omari.
Thank
okay,
you.
Amari.
He's trying
Okay.
to put an accent above it
Yeah,
or something. Like I'm like, no, we're not fancy.
trying
It's
to be
Omari.
fancy.
Jesus Christ. Hey, Ashley.
Hey, Ashley.
How are you doing? Where you from, Omari?
I'm from Naperville, next
Oh,
suburbs. Yeah.
I know where Naperville
Where's
is.
Naperville at? Where?
So like over by Aurora, Bolingbrook, that
Yes.
area. Um, not too far from like Plainfield, Joliet. So,
Okay. Okay. That's wait. Plainfield, Illinois.
What state? What state?
Hello.
Yeah.
all right.
Yes. Yeah. What state? What state is it?
I don't know geography. I'm like,
I'm sorry.
What state?
Oh, Illinois.
Oh, Illinois.
yeah.
Okay.
See, boom. I was
Okay.
like, I know I'm right.
Illinois.
I know I'm right. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry you're so cold. I'm so sorry. Let's first start.
Yeah,
Let's first acknowledge.
it's
I am
bad.
so sorry.
It's real bad.
Up in Illinois
It's
streets.
been about probably 8 inches of snow, so
Oh
we
no,
we
that's
really could
8 inches
use
too much.
some warmth up here.
And people say length doesn't matter, but
Depth, not length.
that. Oh, sorry,
That's
my
depth.
bad. My
Yeah, wrong,
bad.
wrong
It's the
thing.
wrong inches.
Yes,
Sorry.
no, you somewhere else. Anyway,
Amari, what do you do?
I operate a youth organization called Get Out and Learn Something Incorporated. So what we do is we work with at-risk, underprivileged youth that are ages 8 to 18, live in the Chicagoland area. And what we do is something called supplemental educational programming. And that's really kind of after school and summer programming. And we've been doing this since 2017. And we count it a blessing to be able to help the youth that we have. We do after school summer programming. We offer life leadership skills to our youth. We teach them about financial literacy. They learn about entrepreneurship. They learn about workforce development, how to get a job, resume writing, all those types of things. We do culinary arts where they learn how to build their own fruit vegetable garden instead of getting them off takis and flaming hots and stuff like that. They learn how to build a vegetable garden, and they learn how to make meals with those fruits and vegetables that they make in that garden. We also offer music lessons. We do piano. We got a band, gospel choir. We also do theater, and we do art as well for our youth. And we count it a blessing to have been able to work with the youth that we've had, because there's a lot of youth that don't really have options when it comes to what they're able to do after school. And there's so much that can be done with idle minds. And we really try to just bridge that gap between the youth that are in need and also their counterparts that really don't need as much assistance, if you know what I mean.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it sounds amazing. Like first off, what has Takis ever done to you, sir?
Just tasted
Not
so
healthy. It's not
bad.
healthy.
That's the only thing.
I've never had a Taki. It
I
looks
never eat it.
horrible.
It looks nasty.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a Chiwi girl, so I can't say I'm even
Okay.
that much better.
Yeah.
But I understand like the importance of people don't understand what food deserts do to a community, right?
Very true.
So I think that's cool. I honestly, and to be honest, Omari, I don't know what to do with a garden. If like I'm like I don't have a green thumb to save my life. So I'm like I think that's a good skill to have.
You know, it's a lot easier than most people think it is. You don't really have to have like a green thumb, as they used to say. Just get you some mushroom compost topsoil and grow what you want to grow, and keep a good lookout for it, and you should be good. We've grown watermelon, carrots, lettuce, peppers, strawberries, and I'm not gonna lie, I was with you. I didn't know anything about gardening, but it's once you kind of start to get a feel of it, you're able to grow pretty much whatever you want to grow.
Let me ask you a question. How many people have you worked with? How many kids have you worked with so far?
Since 2017, we've worked with about 150, 200 youth
Oh, nice.
through our after school and summer.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, you was kind of frozen.
Yeah, you froze for a second. 250. I mean, I know that's nowhere near the population of the Chicago area
Yep.
and surrounding area, but 250 is still like that's a lot of kids that can help them. Like, what gave you the inspiration to do this?
I'm sorry, can you repeat your question?
What gave you the inspiration to do this? Did you start this or are you working with somebody? Can you hear
I'm
me?
sorry if it froze out.
All right. Can you go to the what gave you the inspiration to do this?
Oh, okay. I'm a teacher by trade, so I'm usually I really work as a history teacher professionally, high school, and I noticed that there really wasn't a lot of options for youth really to do anything after school except for just go home, play video games and stuff like that. But I noticed that there were some youth, when I talked to them about it, that were interested in, some extracurricular activities. So I kind of got some of the youth together, figured out what types of things they wanted to learn, what were interesting to them, and we put that stuff together. When it comes to the life leadership skills, I was thinking about what types of skills would these youth need to be successful in life. We talk so much when it comes to our youth, training them so that they're able to get a seat at the table. What we try to do at the organization is to give them the tools so that they're able to build their own table, not having to wait to be at somebody's table or get an invitation to sit at somebody's table. They're able to build their own table with the knowledge that they know in whatever content that is, and invite others to come sit at their table. And that's really what we kind of do with the life leadership skills, is creating a mission of having them to be good stewards in the communities that they live in, and also in the communities that they want to live in. Growing up, I was able to do some things that my friends off of, Roosevelt and Keeler, which is a neighborhood, weren't able to see and do. And it was really kind of that exposure. So I wanted to see, how are we able to expose these youth that really want exposure? Because not every youth really wants it, but those that really do want to better themselves actively, what we're able to do and able to give them.
Okay. All right.
So, what about like after COVID, after lockdown and everything? Did y'all move to virtual, dealing with the kids, or you're still doing hands-on and stuff?
Well, it really kind of depends. For the most part, when COVID first came out, we did completely virtual. We did our summer programming, and it was completely virtual. But we do adhere, when we have our in-person programming, we do adhere to CDC regulations. We do see and understand that there are some parents that do want in-person programming for their youth, so we do accommodate that. Still making sure that we're following all guidelines, both for the state and federal. But it's been interesting. It's been an interesting adaptation, because we have that are spending 5 hours in front of a computer screen, and we're asking them to spend, a couple more hours as well. So we really had to figure out how we're able to make our programming so much more engaging that these youth are just okay still being in front of this screen.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's the problem in general that's been happening. Well, but I'm assuming with your experience being a teacher, it you're dealing with it already, so it's easier for you to cross into this arena and say, "Hey, this is how I engage people, and I get their attention." So, but I'm
Yeah.
sorry. There's a delay, so it's like I'm saying something sometimes while you're saying it. So I'm gonna stop and let you talk.
My bad. I'm sorry. You're right. I did have to kind of use my knowledge from teacher days and having to adapt to this virtual environment.
So, I'm sorry. Did you have a
No,
question?
no, no. I'm good.
So, uh, how long have you been working with in this you've been a teacher? So it's like you're double, right? You're like black and giving
Yeah.
back in two ways. Because let's not act like teachers don't get their nerves stressed by kids. And you're doing this stuff on the side. It's like you're a glutton for punishment. And I want to know, how long have you been abusive with yourself?
I've been working in the classroom for 10 years now. I'm 29 now, and yeah, and I'm holding on to my 20s as much as I can. But I started out at 19 working, just observing, And to be perfectly honest with you, it was really a person in my life that really got me to be this glutton for punishment. It was a black man, and he was my first teacher. He was my first black male teacher, and it was my sophomore year of college. That was the very first time that I had a black man as my teacher. And that did something to me on a number of levels, because I found this strong black man that was approachable, that was helpful, but extremely transparent and real. And I said, I want to kind of be like that. If I'm really going to do this, I want these youth to be able to see a black man in the classroom. And when I found out that there was really that black males only make up 2% of all teachers, that really kind of gave me that push. And as I was working, because I started out working in the suburbs, and it was just white students, and there wasn't really that many of us in the classrooms, and I was like, I really want to be putting all that I know and all that I've learned into black youth. So I came from the suburbs to the inner city, downtown, and I'm not going to lie to you, it has been a great experience. Even as I look, I still keep in contact with some of my youth. I'm blessed to say, and to see the change in their life, and knowing that it wasn't just me, but that I was able to help make that person into something better over those years. It has been a blessing, and I've been thankful enough to do that and be a part of that.
So, let me ask you a question. One of the things you said was like where we both said "wow" about was the fact that your first black male teacher was uh, in college, and I'm assuming you like because I mean you stay outside of Chicago, but you still stay by Chicago area, and that's amazing to me. Like we grew up in New Orleans, so I don't know. Did you have black male?
Okay.
Was it?
Sorry, Omari, you said something.
No, I was just saying. Okay, I was actually in New Orleans about a year ago. Great etouffee. I had some of the best alligator. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
The
he got
food
that
is
little
good.
flashback. Oh,
Yeah,
damn.
the food is good.
My first black teacher was
Male
when I went,
teacher.
yeah, male teacher, yeah, male teacher. When I went to the hood schools, 'cause I went to hood schools, so I went to Phillips. When I went to Phillips, I had
Oh, it's junior high.
yeah, junior high.
Yeah.
So that's my
So
first
not
black
even
teacher.
elementary?
No, uh, no,
Not even elementary.
nope,
Now that you say that, I didn't have elementary.
no.
You're right.
Mm.
Wow. Cause I mean, he was fine too. Ooh, sorry.
He's old now.
He is
Wrinkle
older
bald.
now. Yeah.
So think about that. Wrinkle
No, I'm
bald.
not. He's fine. He was fine. It was junior high for me.
Okay.
It was junior high for
Mm.
me, and then after that, I remember Coach being a black man, but
Mm.
I don't remember. And he taught algebra too, but he didn't teach algebra too. He just was there, because he played basketball. He did the
I
basketball.
had a coach like that in high school.
Yeah, yeah. But that's what
I
they
taught the
did.
class.
Me too.
I'm okay.
Me
So I'm
too.
saying,
Did the same thing. Uh, uh, but uh, but I don't remember. I remember the impactful people in my life being white teachers.
Mhm.
And I didn't like that. Not because they weren't, they were great. They were amazing people. To this day, I still listen to Les Mis, and
Mhm.
I love math has always been my favorite subject because of
Yeah.
Miss Luss. It's always been my favorite subject, but she's encouraged me, and those things were good. But seeing representation, uh, somebody that looks like you, like saying you can do it, you can go far, is important.
It holds more weight.
Yeah, it does. So the fact that you didn't see it till college and you didn't see it till junior high, that's not and the one you did see was the coach of the basketball
Yeah.
team. Like it's like I mean, that says a lot. And you're right.
Yeah.
It does make an impact.
Yeah, I think also like a lot of kids never having a male in the household. That's even more reason it needs to happen more, and it's
Oh
more
there.
impactful
Hmm.
because they don't know how to take men because they're not around men in their household. So they're like, okay, you know, and if you have that impact, like you said, that guy had on you, I had a teacher like that, a male teacher, he was a French teacher, had an impact on me like that. And it's like, even to this day, I realize that, what, that's the person that touched my life to kind of push me along to
Okay.
like some of my views and stuff on certain things. You
At
know,
at Nichols.
yeah, at Nichols.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
So,
right. Um.
hey, little big head kid, you sit your ass down. And after class, okay, you know, you smart, you a smart boy. You need to stop all that clowning and stuff, trying to show off for women and stuff, and they gonna come to you. Just
You didn't stop clowning though.
no, I didn't stop
You
clowning,
didn't
but
stop. You
I
didn't
reeled it
listen.
back a little bit. But
Oh,
no,
it's, oh, was that a little
a little bit. It's a
bit?
little
Okay.
bit. Yeah, I was out of control at one point. But no, the whole women thing, and trying to get approval from women.
Women's,
You know,
women's.
yeah,
Okay. Women's.
getting approval from women, and then once I did that, I kind of calmed on, like, you know what, he right, just do, be your own person, and if they don't like you for yourself, then whatever, they go
Yeah.
about their business. So, just that little knowledge, carried me over.
And just think if you had more.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like, and like my thing is this, because I see young men all the time, and I'm like, hey, young men, I know, like one of the main things is like, all right, because guys focus, sorry to stereotype, man.
Mhm.
They tend to focus on women a lot, and I'm like,
Mhm.
hey, there's this area of life, and there's this. Women are gonna be there. They're gonna
Mhm.
be there, and they're like, you have a vagina. I can't listen to you, so I'm no good to them. Like I'm not gonna help them. Like y'all can help
Yeah.
people, the young men in the next generations and stuff. They're more likely to listen to your story. So I feel your impact, how it impacted you to get in, to start giving it, so they can see you at a lower level, and so they're not telling the same story that y'all are telling. Yeah.
Yeah, but so the thing is, like, even though, like, you feel that way, but women are the teachers of, from birth and everything. So you have a group of men that might, young men that might take better to women, and you have another group that, they need a firmer hand. So it
Yeah.
depends
I
on
mean,
the
there's a
child.
place for both.
Yeah, it depends on the
Like
child.
me personally, nah, I was a bad kid. Never mind. Don't listen to me. You, yeah. You was young, so I'd have been like, yes, Mr. Omari. I'm sorry. I'd have been like that with you. But as soon as I left, I'd have been back in. Like,
I've been talking again.
yeah, I'll be talking. Like I answered your question. Yes, the answer was C. But I'm not gonna get the next class question answer right. Like that's how it's gonna be. So I think that I'm trying to figure out where the statement because like here's the thing, we don't toot our horn enough, right? We don't think about the impact that we bring to people. Um do you think that? Do you sit there and think this is your duty? Do you think that this is uh something that like you don't do you understand the impact that you have on your community?
Um, I try to. One of the things that I learned, even as as I was teaching, we don't know the types of environments, the types of situations that these youth go home to. We may be able to kind of assume because the students, coming, being attentive in class and smiling and all that other stuff, but we don't know really what's going on behind the scenes and what type of impact or adult impact is being made towards these youth. So I always try to strive, trying to have the mindset of being as open, nurturing, resourceful as possible because youth are facing a number of challenges and are in some situations that we never had to be in when we were younger. We never really had to. Some of us didn't have to be latchkey children. Some of us really didn't have abuse going on in the home. So, for us to assume that everything is okay can be naive, especially when we have these youth that really don't know how to voice or advocate for themselves, saying, I need some help or something's going on. So I try to be that impact, at least for the youth that I work with, always letting them know that my door is open, figuratively and literally. If you need a safe space, that's fine. Creating a safe environment for them to be able to learn, for them to be able to learn how to respect each other's opinions and how to be able to, resolve conflicts going forward. I am able to kind of see the fruits of my labor a little bit, but I know that there's still a greater work to be done, and gratefully thankful for opportunities like this, and to be able to speak with you all to talk about what we do, and hopefully have others to be able to spread that word so it can go into New Orleans, into Monroe, out of Illinois.
How do you know about Monroe, Louisiana? You talking about Monroe? Louisiana?
I said a little thing, little woman down there or something.
Long story.
Exactly.
They could cook.
Mm-hmm.
Like I always used to say, New Orleans women could cook. Then you met a country woman. It's like, oh, y'all can really cook.
Yeah, they cook. They cook.
Yeah, they could cook. They're the ones who get the ring cook.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I done fed you. I'm gonna marry that woman.
Girl, what you doing next week about 3:00? You want an even wedding or you want a damn daytime wedding? What you want to do?
Yeah.
Also, I wanted to ask, you was mentioning about the kids, what goes on in the household. Do y'all work with therapists or counselors also with your organization?
Yeah, we do. We have, because we know that not every youth is the same. We have a social work. We have social workers on staff that work with those youth. We do offer it. Kind of part of our life leadership skills is offering a mentorship component. We kind of assess where the youth are, in all types of facets, both academically, social, emotionally, the whole kind of gambit analyzation of the youth, and be able to see what programs are best for them, how we're able to interact with this youth so that they're able to get the best experience out of our programming, and how we're able to take this youth, build the skills that they need, that they're able to learn, because not every youth is able to learn every single thing at the exact same time in the same way. How we're able to work for them, and make them a better person going forward.
So give me your what's the nonprofit again? What's the name of it again?
Get Out and Learn Something Incorporated. We go by the acronym of GOALS.
Oh,
okay.
Look, I just like the fact that you said, get out and learn something. That's how I feel like you're going to say it. Get out and learn something.
Get out and learn something. What? Oh, get out and learn something.
It's goals.
Okay, I knew with the goals. I understand goals, but what was the rest of it?
Oh, you mean the rest of the time? So get out and learn something.
Incorporated. Inc. Yeah.
Gotcha. And,
you can follow us on Instagram, Facebook. Check out our website, getoutandlearnsomething.com, to get a more in-depth feel as to what we do and why we do it.
Getoutandlearnsomething.com.
I think that's a dope philosophy. Like in my mind, I've always wanted to. I've tried working with community 401c3s to try to assist with that, and it became a lot harder for me to do it just because of my job. My job takes me out. Like I'm very what the word would be, fickle. What is it? How do you say? My schedule travels. I have a travel because my schedule, my work. So, but I always wanted to do something. So, if there's people like me in the world who ain't shit, how can we help? You want to feel a little bit like we are shit. How can we help be a part of the solution?
Feel free to donate of your time if you want. We all have a gift. We all have something that we're good at. Even helping to build communication skills, allow them to be able to have the boldness to speak over the radio, over television, things like that. Feel free to donate if you would like to. Our Cash App is $Goals Inc. If you'd like to. PayPal, you can go to paypal.com/donate, be able to donate through there. If you feel like if you feel like you're not shit, but you at least want to look a little bit presentable, you can check out our apparel store online, get you a shirt.
I could look the part.
Okay.
Yes, yes. On our website, we do have a clothing store, and you're able to pick out some gear from there too.
Okay. All right. All right. So here's what I'm gonna tell everybody else. Like I said, if you're like me and you're busy and you ain't shit, you got ain't shit tendencies. It's not your fault, sir. Life happens this way. Y'all don't have time. But you can give. So you can give of your time, but you can give up your money.
Mhm.
All right. And this stuff, I'm gonna go into my preaching background. This stuff is like tithing.
Come on,
Okay.
Pierce. Come on, Pierce.
It's Pierce. I'm gonna bring it
Pierce
home to
Club.
y'all.
Right.
Look, this is like tithing, giving them your time, giving you like this is given to you, God's children. Okay, God's children are getting this stuff, and you're gonna be if you miss these opportunities to try to give back to your community, give back in general. Like I'm not trying to sit there and step on toes or anything like that, but there's gonna come a time where you're gonna be in front the pearly gates trying to figure out why you at a 62.3% failure rate and you ain't about to get into heaven. And he's like, you should have got out and learned something.
Now we're gonna do the telethon. Call a date.
Call now for your help. No, I'm sorry. We do jokes, but I actually do love like the one thing. Like I'm gonna tell you a secret. I don't like people, but I love children. Not in the R. Kelly way.
Yeah, please.
We gotta be
Okay.
clear.
Yeah, man.
And he from Chicago. I want to
Yeah,
make sure
please
I'm
not.
clear,
Yeah, yeah,
Mari.
no.
I'm just saying,
You're not
no
going
beep beep,
no beep beep.
no
Okay.
beep beep,
Okay.
no,
Okay.
not in
You're
that kind of way.
good. You're good.
Not okay. But I love kids because I feel like they're the purest forms of people,
Mhm.
right? And so if we can take what we didn't have, what we
Mhm.
lost, what was taken away from us, and try to provide it to our future, we're making it that much stronger, right? We can't help how we grew up. We can't help the things that we didn't get, the access we didn't have, the fact that we didn't have access to people who looked like us, but we
Yeah.
can be the change for other people so they don't have to tell that same story.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
um, I, that's my responsible spiel. I break into responsibleness every now and
Okay.
again. I'll be getting out of it soon.
I'm happy.
Uh,
Thank you. Thank you.
yeah,
Appreciate it.
every now I do it for the people.
Mhm.
Okay. But thank you so much. I mean, thank you so much. I know how much sacrifice. I used to work with kids. I know how much when you care and you love and you see people hurt and sometimes you got to let them hurt because I mean there has to be a boundary that happens and so you have to be there for them, but you can't take away their pain.
Yeah.
So, and
Yeah.
teachers who take their teaching seriously and who understand the impact they have on their lives, on others' lives, and also understand the thanklessness of the job in general. But still come in and show up every day with a pure heart and ready to make change. Um, I can't tell you how impactful that was to me growing up. Like, because I was a knucklehead. I was a smart knucklehead. So I needed teachers to guide me in that direction and to tell me about repercussions and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So I think it's dope, and I thank you for that.
Thank you.
All right, go ahead, Mark.
I was just kind of piggyback off you. I didn't really hit all the marks growing up, and I wish there were some things that some people told me that didn't tell me at the appropriate time. And that's really kind of what I want to do is how are we able to make those mistakes, those failures, the stepping stone to the next point in our life. And that's really what we want to teach the youth. How are you able to take these circumstances that you've been given that really you have no control over and shape that to create what you want and actually make that into your control? How are you able to take this low income, sometimes some people say oppressive environment that you grew up with and be able to make that into a success? And it's possible the fact that we have people like you all that have your own uh, radio podcasts and things like that, these tangible examples of success for these youth to be able to look up and see, hey, this is possible for me as well.
Well, and I don't know if they want to be like me and I'm gonna encourage them not to. All right, I'm encouraging them to be better than I was. All right, I was a mess, Amari. You don't want none of this. Um, but the sentiment stands. I understand what you're trying to say. You don't want none of this. This was a lot. It took a lot to get to this person today. It took a lot. He can tell you it took a lot. Um, but I appreciate the kind words. I I want to um I want to say to you, like, if you ever get to a point where you feel like it's taxing to you, just know, like, I could tell you, like, I know for me, and he just said it himself. um it was strangers who took this person who was going on the wrong road and helped guide me and steered me better, and who gave me a different perspective and a different way to look at things. And not saying that I wouldn't have been the greatest person in the world, but the impact of people, strangers who never knew me at one point, and now they, I remember and I take with me. And I was telling my sorority sister this. I was like, we don't know the moments that matter to other people.
Yeah.
So like, if you ever feel that way, I'm just saying that to you. Like, you existing in your purpose matters when you don't even think it matters.
Yeah, something so insignificant to you may be the world to somebody else. Like that
Absolutely.
could be the breaking point between going out there and doing something stupid in the street and just going home and just saying, okay, it'll be better tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know, it's that we don't even know. Um, get out and learn something.com. Go there. I'm gonna purchase a shirt. Also, like if y'all get together, you get some kids together, some little crumb snatchers together, and they want to, do something. And I have
Audio
another,
visual.
yeah, audio
Oh
visual,
wait,
yeah,
no, we have the other thing. What, lady?
yeah, yeah. But that's for men. That's for
Oh,
men.
cement. Okay, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, that's for men's health. And
Yeah, but that's gotta start
yeah,
somewhere.
yeah. And then we could start it with the boys actually,
Yeah,
yeah.
it does.
But we got, and that's in Baltimore though. But
I thought they were gonna do it online. Sorry, we're having a.
might do it online.
They
It
might do it.
depends
Okay.
on what's going on with the COVID thing. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna buy a shirt. But like, if you get some kids together interested in doing some, learning about this, reach out to me, and
Yeah.
however I can help, I'll help out however I can help because I didn't
Great.
start doing it. I learned all this stuff, and so I can give back some knowledge.
And if you
Great.
happen to
Thank
know
you.
anybody, any men in the 30 to like older range, I can give back too. I can help.
Don't, yeah, just stop it, brother. Just yeah,
I want to
yeah.
do my part.
Just stop and listen to what I say.
We all
And
have a role to play. I
Thank you,
understand.
Amari.
see,
Thank you, Amari.
see,
Thank
brother.
you.
I can see how you with the kids and everything. You're very agreeable, and I think that's part of the that's something you need to be with kids. You need to understand that some of them are special. Some people are and kids are special. They need special attention. So you're all right.
Everybody don't see people vision, Amari.
Okay.
Everybody don't see it. Okay. Visionaries know
Mm-hmm.
what the next step is. Okay. That's all I'm
Okay.
gonna say.
All
I don't
that.
have to argue
All that.
points
All
with the
that.
people.
All
Okay.
that. If you know, huh? That's what it is. Yeah. I don't know and I don't care. How about that? But I appreciate your time, brother.
Thank you
Like
so
I
much.
said, feel free to reach out to me. You got my information. If you want to see this, YouTube ADHD Hour podcast, or it's on Facebook Live also. You can always go on ADHD Hour
And
on
if we
Facebook.
have anything wrong as far as information, like, feel free to put in the comments, or feel free to actually email ADHD Hour a message. Sorry, message ADHD Hour any information that we're missing. Anything,
Yeah.
like, even if it's to promote merch and stuff like that,
Yeah.
because we're a part of groups out in the Facebook community, so we can start pushing those things. So I say, yeah.
Pictures of the shirts,
Okay.
and stuff,
Thank
whatever
you.
merchandise you have. Just put it down under this. When you get off, put it down on the actual video.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking if he sends you the email, then we can.
Yeah,
add it
yeah,
to
I'll do it for you.
the
Yeah, just send it to me.
rednecks for Black Lives
Yeah,
Matter
yeah,
too,
I'll put
or
it all on
something.
there.
Yeah. Actually, this is
Yeah.
supposed to be like a person thing.
Yeah.
I think I'd like to just do one person, showcase one person, one thing at a time, and make this a recurrent thing, like our blackouts,
Yeah,
like
we could do
our
that.
blackout sessions, and like our black business.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, because we do like once a month we do black businesses where we showcase black businesses. So, you know,
Okay.
we're gonna start doing other stuff too back to the community. You know, kind of break up our
monotony of foolishness. Like,
foolishness, and
so we want to go to heaven.
yeah,
Okay, that's what's happening,
or
Amari.
just get into purgatory.
I
You
just,
know, I'm
yeah, I
trying
just
not to
want
go
to
to
get
hell.
out.
Right
Yeah,
quick.
I want it to be so close of a technicality. There's like, we'll let her in. Like that's what. And this is our part of trying to make sure we get in to like the pearly gate or the silver gate. I don't know what the gates look like because clearly I'm nowhere close to getting there, but I'm working on it.
Yeah, we trying to do a
That's
little
the
something.
point. It's the journey. It's the journey, not always the destination.
Yeah.
And if you can find some people, or some men, preferably 30 years old or above, the journey will happen. Okay. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Gotcha.
They ain't gonna help you get nowhere. They ain't gonna help you get nowhere. No, they ain't gonna help you get nowhere. So stop it.
Did you
The marathon will stop. Nipsey Hussle's rolling his grid. The marathon will stop right there.
we want to leave the final word with you before we let you go. If you want to say anything else.
Thank you so much for your time. No man is an island. And as we look at today's society, our youth really as much pointing in the right direction as possible so that they really don't get left behind. And I really do thank you and appreciate your time for allowing us to share our mission and our goals, 4 goals. And we really do thank you.
You're welcome. I have another podcast comes on at 4 on Sundays, Black Male Podcast. So I might be reaching out to you for that. When we start talking about
that's one of the things that really passionate. Willie's been really passionate about black men showing up for black men, which is why he was like, I don't need a vagina on the podcast. And so he found another penis. He's like,
you got a penis, bro. Let's talk.
Yeah,
Let's talk about some
like
stuff.
this is 4 penises, and they bring women on sometime, but y'all need to go. And they discuss men things, and it's actually, I think it's good. I think it's really good. There needs to be a safe space.
See, that's why you don't have no men. You just say 4 penises. There's only 2 men on there. So how many?
That's it's not peni, it's penises. It's 2.
You said 4.
No, I said FOR.
Oh, okay, my bad. I was about to say that's
I don't
why
know
you
what
don't have.
y'all got.
I was
That
about
ain't
to say
my business.
that's why you don't have.
Look,
that's why you keep on striking out,
brother. I don't
You
need
don't
to
know
know
the
your
anatomies.
business. Okay, I don't know anatomy.
You don't know the anatomies. Yeah, you know math, but you don't know anatomy. That's the problem.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
12.
Sorry.
Sesame Street days.
I love Sesame Street. So yeah, Black Male Podcast. I think it's a cool idea. I think it's a cool idea for y'all to talk about that because there's so many topics that we need to touch on. We need to start breaking this apart, and it's not popular conversation. I get it. We don't have a large viewership, but still, you can't say that somebody's not trying to do something. Somebody's not trying to open your eyes.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. We're trying to open your eyes, expose some things, not R. Kelly things. I forgot Chicago. Just expose people to a different way of thinking,
Ideas
that can get us into a better approach. Like even with Willie does, like I my thing is financial literacy. That's my whole thing. Financial literacy matters. And I agree with you, Amari. One thing you said was we're learning these subjects. I'm paraphrasing. We're learning these subjects, but there are subjects we're not learning, and that's what goals is teaching: how to take care of yourself, how to to build your own infrastructure, be it food resources or or financial resources or those kind of things. Like we have to empower ourselves to get this information, because if we don't, nobody will. So, and then it'll be held against us, because let me be clear. Let me be clear with everybody in the
Somebody
world.
not gonna like it.
No, let me be clear. Like the one thing that court system, the police say is ignorance is no defense. There's no defense for ignorance.
Yep.
So even though you were never taught, you were never exposed, you didn't know it existed, that is, you still are held liable for your actions.
Yep.
How's that fair?
It's not, but and that's why we got to reach even more people. Like we got to reach out to as many youth, because the grown-ups, to me, like the grown-ups do what they do. You can't help the grown-ups to a certain extent because they already got what they got. But the youth, we can do something about that.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I'm not gonna give up on the grown-ups either, because like I feel like we all have that little kid that we're trying to nurture anyway. So anyway, is that alcohol in Mary?
No.
I didn't mean to poke that out. He's
now I'm
like,
about
give
to
me a
drink.
little nippy nip.
Now I'm
Like
about
I'm,
to yourself.
I mean, look, if
I
you had
just been
saw me
responsible.
yesterday, Omari, if
I
you
was
had saw me
responsible.
yesterday, I was like, it's a wedding. I'm drinking my
No,
water, and so I'm just, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to point it out. It looked
you're
like
fine.
Been
You're fine.
responsible thing. Now you can take a little drink. Now here.
I'm telling you,
Goals.
responsible.
Goals. Goals.
Yeah, look, there's nothing wrong with that. Look, life is hard. You got to play hard and work hard, right? Not to death. Don't play hard to death. Anyway, I'm gonna leave you. I'm gonna leave you alone, Mari. Sorry, I got jokes
Good.
all day long. All jokes.
You're good. You're good.
Like I said, we'll be in touch, brother. I'm gonna go to the website and order a shirt, and one day you'll see a shirt on me
Yeah, we'll be shirt
on
on
the
the on the
podcast.
podcast.
Yeah, on the podcast. I wear my shirts. So,
I look forward to seeing that.
okay, brother, and reach out because
And
All
all
right.
the other brothers above 30.
anyway, yeah. See, that's what
Take
started
care.
the drinking right there. Like all that, like what am I supposed to do
Reach
with
out.
all that?
I got goals.
Oh, jeez, there we go. Oh, brother, I'm gonna let you go because I don't want you to be drinking too much tonight because this is a lot right here. Yeah, I understand. That's my sister, so
Have a good night, you
You gotta
both.
deal with it.
Yeah, I got to deal with
You gotta
you. You
deal
don't.
with it. You have to deal with
Yeah,
it.
you don't have to deal with it.
Thank
I
you
got to
so
deal
much,
with it.
Omari.
All right, thanks for your time, brother.
All right, take care. And everybody get out and
Take
learn
care.
something. Get out and learn something.com. Cash App is Goals Inc. All right, take care.
All right, take it. Yeah, so if you want to give back,
How do I take a name? Like I was like, I could use that for me. I got goals. Hey man, I have goals.
yeah, exactly, for the wrong thing,
I know.
for the
Just
wrong.
see that's
problem.
what happens.
See?
People
With black folk.
bastardize people movements.
Black folk. That's how we get stuff stolen.
I gentrified his title.
No, you
I
didn't
should be-
gentrify. You slutified it. That's
well,
yeah, no.
I does what I does.
No, exactly. You didn't gentrify shit. There ain't nothing white about that, right there. That was just wrong. So yeah, so go to get out and learn something.com, support Cash App Goals, $ Goals Inc.
I wish I could have done that. That sounded cool.
No, it's nice.
Like just think if you would have learned that young, like I'd probably have a house with a garden.
With a garden,
and,
yeah.
yeah. And like going out and getting fresh fruits and vegetables. And there's a difference when you're getting fresh fruit and vegetables instead of stuff from the store that's been gassed, like it's been chemically enhanced.
Yep.
It is a difference.
Pesticide and stuff.
Yeah. So I mean, just think about that. Like, just think. You remember how Mama used to have Perrier? Like I know what Perrier. You remember?
Yeah. Green. Yeah.
Yeah, the green bottle.
Mhm.
Like I remember like having Perrier and everybody being like, "Oh, that's so horrible." I'm like, I could drink this. Mom, been, when you know more, it exposes you to a lot more.
You got a expensive palate now.
Yeah. No, I still don't like Perrier. I can drink it, but I don't like it.
Expensive palate.
But you know what I'm saying? But at least I'm aware of what's out there and that kind of thing. When you're exposed, exposure matters. And so we have to get, okay, again, not R. Kelly exposure, but exposing people to information that's helpful to them matters and helps get them to the next step. Because I was talking to my therapist because I like to touch base with my therapist and be like, hey, am I crazy yet? No, I'm fine. All right. And I go
Okay,
on.
I gotta go.
Yeah, I'm good. All right, how much money? All right, well, whatever. I'll pay you the money. It's like you're not crazy. That'll be $100. I'm like, God dang, it's expensive to figure out you're not crazy. And I was talking to him, and the thing he said to me which was like, I keep my therapist on deck. This dude is somebody who it's hard to find somebody that fits not necessarily what you need, because you don't need somebody to tell you you're great. But for me, I need somebody who's a mirror for me to be able to sound off of and say whatever I want to say and feel in a comfortable, safe space and whatever. So he's known me since probably 2008. And one thing he talks about is he said to me this last time, he's like, Nicole, do you know the hierarchy of needs? I'm like, nigga, that's my jam. Like, I love the Maslow's hierarchy of needs is my jam.
Yeah.
And he was like, you're at self actualization. And I was like, I didn't remember what that was. And I was like, wait, I know this. And I looked at it, and it's the top.
Yeah, the first one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the first one. And the hierarchy of needs, just in case if you don't know, audience, it says that before you can think about having fun, if you can't think about having fun if you're hungry, if you don't feel safe, if you don't feel, if you're in a space where you don't have money, like, so you have to hit these needs, these basic needs, these next level needs, before you can get to the point where you're talking about who can I be. Self-actualization is figuring out who you will be in the future. And it was weird because then I started thinking about it. I don't like him because he wastes my time after we have our sessions. Because now I'm in a whole different headspace. I was talking about I was like, hey, what's good? Everything's great. Now I'm like, wait, what's my world look like after the session? Like,
now you gotta go think and write and
yes,
all that other stuff.
Yes, but I was thinking about the course of where I was when we first started. Me and him first started, and I was in like the safety aspect of things. I was in like, and it literally you move through those things. So if that's true, if you're in a space, if this hierarchy need is something, and I believe it's something that, as a general rule, that we adhere to, I think everybody should look at it and see where they are. What are your concerns right now? Where does it fall? Does it fall there? And go from there. And I think what Omari was talking about was trying to address the first two levels, the basic needs, feeding yourself and finding a way to sustain yourself.
Yeah.
So it's safety and I can't think of the term for the basic needs, but I can't think of that one. So I think that people like this, because to provide this kind of service, you do it at a detriment.
Yeah, it's something from yourself. You taking, yeah.
So I think that's dope. I think, and I say all that all to say, I think that is dope, and I'm proud. I'm like, oh, like talking to him and hearing him. I'm like, this is something we're gonna be doing. This is one of our things now. We don't have to talk to multiple people on one day out of the month, the shortest day of the month. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna take it all the year. Yeah. Let's do it.
So now we got two. We got business and we got giving back nonprofit
and then blackout.
Stuff. And then we got the blackout.
Gotta do the blackout session. Gotta do the blackout session. Yeah, well, those are my favorite ones. That's where that's where I can like I can be responsible for this. The only way I can be responsible because I know the blackout session is coming.
Yeah. So you gotta even it out on the scales. Like, we're gonna be responsible. We gotta get more responsible, and then
as yin and yin
a bunch of foolishness.
Yin
so
and yin.
The more responsible you be, you can do even more foolishness. So okay.
Oh yeah. Giving us on.
Giving us on. There we go.
Well, so, I mean, that's all we got. And we got to an hour.
Yeah.
Ooh, the Lord is good.
Right,
won't he do?
Once again.
Oh.
I'm black and I'm giving back.
I'm black. You black.
Yeah, I'm black too.
We black.
Yeah, we black and we giving back.
Huh.
So next week,
we'll tell you.
We're gonna do something ratchet. We're gonna do something fun. We're not gonna be responsible next week on both of them because I told Eric the same thing earlier. He was like, "What's next week?" I said, "Man, we did something responsible." No, I said we did something responsible, so we got to do something that we want to do.
Okay, word. Look, I'm always game.
Next week, y'all tune in on both 4 and 7 o'clock. We're gonna have something for y'all next week.
And I will be doing it. I'll be coming.
You're remote.
Yeah, I'll be doing remote.
She'll be remote.
I'll be remote. So I'll be giving back in different ways.
Oh Jesus.